Now we're just strangers again. Ain't even my friend. Not how I want it to end. Can we just pretend?
The currents of Ocearis were always gentler near the outskirts, where bioluminescent flora swayed lazily in the water, creating a dreamlike landscape. Kamari swam ahead, their long, flowing hair trailing behind them, glowing faintly as they flipped in playful arcs. Malik trailed a few feet behind, clutching his worn satchel tightly and looking nervously around. "Relax, Malik," Kamari teased, glancing back. "You're not going to get eaten by a stray eel." Malik adjusted his glasses, his light black skin catching faint glimmers of light as he frowned. "I'm not scared of eels. I just think we should have left earlier. It's our first day of high school." "We can't be late, Kamari." Kamari smirked. "Oh, come on. You think anyone cares if I'm late?" Malik didn't respond, though the look on his face was enough to make Kamari chuckle. Malik was always so serious, so rigid, the opposite of Kamari's carefree nature. Yet somehow, they always found themselves together. Maybe it was because they were both scamps, magicless, powerless beings in a city where magical prowess determined everything. "Hey," Kamari said, slowing down to swim beside Malik. "We'll be fine. We're just like everyone else, even if we're—" Before Kamari could finish, a shadow loomed over them. The water grew cold, and an eerie silence fell. "Kamari?" Malik whispered, his voice trembling. A net shot out from the darkness, tangling them both before they could react. The pirates were ruthless, their skeletal faces hidden behind rusted helmets. They dragged Kamari and Malik up toward the surface, their rough voices muffled by the water. "Let me go," Kamari shouted, thrashing against the net, their voice echoing with a surprising resonance. "Kamari, stop!" Malik hissed. "You're going to make it worse!" Kamari ignored him, kicking and screaming as the pirates laughed. But no matter how hard they struggled, the net held firm. One of the pirates drew a wicked blade, pointing it at Malik. "Don't touch him!" Kamari yelled, their voice trembling with fear. Something inside Malik snapped. A surge of light burst from his chest, blinding the pirates. The net disintegrated into golden sparks, and Malik hovered in the water, glowing with newfound power. "Malik?" Kamari gasped, their eyes wide. The pirates recovered quickly, advancing with snarls and drawn weapons. But before they could attack, Kamari felt a vibration deep within them. Their scream erupted into a sonic wave, shaking the ocean and sending the pirates reeling. Together their powers collided in a dazzling display of light and sound, creating a shockwave that tore through the water. The pirates' ship shattered, its debris sinking into the depths. As the last of the pirates fled, Kamari and Malik floated in stunned silence, their powers still flickering faintly around them. What just happened?" Malik whispered, staring at his glowing hands. Kamari reached out, touching Malik's arm. A surge of warmth passed between them, and a bond snapped into place. A connection neither of them understood but couldn't deny. "I think," Kamari said, their voice soft, "we're not scamps anymore." News traveled fast in Ocearis, and by the time Kamari and Malik arrived at their school, the entrance was buzzing with whispers. Students gawked, pointing and murmuring as the duo swam through the gates. "Isn't that Kamari and Malik?" "They're supposed to be scamps!" "But I heard they destroyed a pirate ship." Kamari soaked in the attention, flipping their hair dramatically, as they smiled at the crowd. Malik, on the other hand, kept his head down, his light flickering nervously. "Smile, Malik," Kamari said under their breath. "We're heroes now." Malik shot them a glare but said nothing. The High Mystic's voice echoed through the school's enchanted speakers, summoning the students to the Grand Atrium. The High Mystic stood at the center of the Grand Atrium, their glowing red eyes piercing as they addressed the gathered students. Kamari and Malik stood at the front, still shaken from their encounter but trying to hide it. "Magic is not a gift," the High Mystic began, their voice echoing with authority. It is a responsibility, one that ties us not only to our city but to each other. They turned their gaze to Kamari and Malik, their expression unreadable. Today, 2 among you have awakened to their true potential. Kamari and Malik, your bond is no ordinary connection. It is the heart of a prophecy, a force that will determine the fate of Ocearis itself. Kamari's eyes lit up with excitement, their love for love and destiny already blossoming into something grand in their mind. So, we're like soulmates? They asked, grinning. Malik frowned, his skepticism plain. But why us? I mean, I get Kamari. Everyone loves Kamari. But me, I'm just me. The high mystic stepped closer, their voice softer, but no less intense. It is not your status or your popularity that binds you, Malik. It is your power, your essence. Together you are stronger than you could ever be apart. Kamari smiled, reaching for Malik's hand. See? Told you we'd be fine. Malik hesitated, his mind racing. He couldn't deny the power he'd felt, the bond that had snapped into place. But was it real? Or was he just caught up in Kamari's glow? The beauty, the charm, the effortless way they moved through the world. I don't know, Malik said quietly, pulling his hand away. Kamari's smile faltered, but only for a moment. You'll figure it out, they said confidently. As the students filed out, Malik lingered in the atrium. The weight of the prophecy hung heavy in his chest. Kamari floated by his side, nudging him gently. You're overthinking, as usual. This is big, Malik muttered. Bigger than us. What if I'm not strong enough? What if it's all you? Kamari turned to him, their glowing attire shimmering faintly. It's us, Malik. You and me. Whether you like it or not, we're in this together. Malik glanced at Kamari, their confidence almost infectious. Almost. Let's hope you're right, he whispered. Kamari and Malik stood in the center of a secluded underwater grove, the currents calm and the bioluminescent flora glowing softly around them. The high mystic had told them they needed to understand their abilities to truly feel the bond that had formed between them. Kamari twirled a strand of their curly hair, their bioluminescent attire pulsing faintly. All right, let's do this. I've been dying to figure out how to use this power for something other than saving our lives. Malik stood a few feet away, his expression hesitant. His golden aura flickered faintly, like an ember struggling to catch fire. I'm not sure this is a good idea. What if we, blow something up again? Kamari grinned, placing their hands on their hips. Then we'll call it a successful test, Malik sighed, rubbing the back of his neck. Fine. What's the plan? Simple, Kamari said, their eyes lighting up mischievously. We aim for those. They pointed toward a cluster of glowing jellyfish, drifting lazily a short distance away. Their translucent bodies shimmered like liquid light, and their tentacles trailed gracefully in the water. Malik frowned. You want us to attack jellyfish? Kamari rolled their eyes. Not attack, just move them. It's not like they have feelings. Probably. Kamari raised their hand, and a faint vibration filled the water. The sound waves radiated outward, their pitch rising until the jellyfish began to drift away. Not bad, Malik said, folding his arms. Kamari smirked. Watch and learn, golden boy. They focused harder, and their sonic waves grew stronger. The jellyfish scattered, spinning through the water in a controlled arc. Kamari twirled, sending another pulse that pushed the jellyfish higher, like they were orchestrating a dance. Malik's golden aura brightened slightly. Okay, that's actually impressive. Your turn, Kamari said, stepping aside with a flourish. Malik hesitated, then extended his hand. A faint beam of light shot forward, grazing a jellyfish. It spun in a slow circle, its glow intensifying as if absorbing the energy. See? Kamari teased. You're not as hopeless as you think. Malik narrowed his eyes and focused. His aura flared, and a burst of golden light rippled outward. The jellyfish scattered in every direction, their bioluminescence flickering like tiny stars. Kamari let out a laugh, spinning in the water. Now that's what I'm talking about! The grove fell silent as both Kamari and Malik stood side by side, focusing on the remnants of their power in the water. What do you think it means? Malik asked, his voice quieter now. Kamari tilted their head. The High Mystic said we're connected, like, really connected. I guess it means we're stronger together than apart. Malik glanced at Kamari. But what if we're too different? You love this stuff, being in the spotlight, showing off. Me. I just want to survive. Kamari's smile softened. Maybe that's why it works. You're the anchor. I'm the spark. Together. They let their voice trail off, gesturing at the glowing jellyfish still drifting in the distance. Together we're something bigger. Malik finished, his voice barely above a whisper. Kamari grinned. Exactly. Now come on. Let's see if we can do something really cool. They moved farther into the grove, where a large coral structure jutted out of the seabed. Kamari placed their hand on the coral, feeling the vibrations beneath their fingers. Let's combine them, Kamari said. Combine what? Malik asked warily. Our powers, sound and light. Think of it like a duet. Malik frowned. That's not how duets work. Just trust me, Kamari said, their voice uncharacteristically serious. They both focused, Kamari letting out a low hum that built into a powerful sonic wave, while Malik's golden light began to grow brighter, wrapping around the wave like a cocoon. The two forces intertwined, creating a dazzling spiral that shot forward, striking the coral. The coral lit up like a lantern, its bioluminescence surging through its structure and radiating outward in a cascade of light and sound. Kamari and Malik stared, awestruck. That, Kamari said breathless, was amazing. Malik nodded, a small smile breaking through his usual skepticism. Yeah, it was. But the moment didn't last long. The light in the coral began to flicker erratically, the vibrations growing unstable. Kamari? Malik said, stepping back. Kamari's eyes widened. Oh no! The coral exploded in a burst of energy, sending shockwaves through the water and knocking them both backward. When the water finally settled, they floated in stunned silence. Okay, Kamari said, coughing. Maybe we do need more practice. Malik groaned, brushing debris from his hair. You think? They exchanged a look, and despite the chaos, both of them began to laugh.
Now we're just strangers again. Ain't even my friend. Not how I want it to end. Can we just pretend?